Coach Thacker yesterday. He said you're throwing a lot of new stuff at him. How was the installation?
It's good. It's about what you expect after 5 days. Some kids are picking up, mainly your veterans. Some of the younger guys who haven't played as much football are, a little slow to it. But, that's just part of it. Guys got to fight through it. I think Jeff has done a really nice job of picking it up. You really see a confidence starting to emerge with him because we carry a lot of offense. We put a lot on them. But luckily, we got really smart kids, and they just got to get more probably used to the tempo and the intensity, I think, is just as much as anything to get rid of the anxiety of just the kind of the coaching style now and the expectations daily. But they're doing a good job. Really proud of them because it has been quite a bit on them.
Kelly? Just in terms of the receivers, it seems like you're looking for some guys in these plays. And some of the younger guys seem like they're flashing a little bit. Kind of what do you see from that group?
Yeah, I mean, it's been about each day someone kind of emerges. The one that I'm excited about is Malachi's had 2 really good practices. Kind of struggled the first 2 of them out, but he's really come on strong and starting to look like the player I expect him to be. Kalani's had a probably really consistent 5 days. And then DJ is a young freshman, come out, made a lot of plays. He's swimming. He might not be able to tell you what he's doing on that play, but at least he's going fast somewhere. And usually when you do that, you score a touchdown. And but it's all of them, from the backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, offensive line. It's been a lot on them, and they'll slow down here in the next few days. Probably won't install anything until Saturday to let them go play. But at the end of the day, our physicality and our ability to run the ball and take care of the ball and not have penalties, we do that, we'll be fine. That's probably one of the biggest things we harp on right now. And probably one of the things I was frustrated today because we didn't do that penalty-wise. So we have to get that cleaned up. But that's part of it. You got to go out there and fail. And so spring ball is all about, kind of see what our identity is, who are going to be our playmakers. And some of them are showing up. We need more. But I like the ones we have right now.
Okay. When you mentioned tempo and intensity, kind of what are you looking for and what are you seeing?
Just physicality each and every period. Seeing guys who are going to run and strike constantly. We're not going to melt when we get tired and when it gets hot to be able to, kind of what I told me in the days. The true measure of a player is being able to do what your coach will do when you're tired. And that's something we have to just ingrain in them. Something I've been able to do everywhere I've been. But it takes time. I mean, it's a process. But the things that cause losing are the things we got to get corrected right now. And that's constant, just the penalties and the turnovers and just being careless with the ball in all positions. And we're getting better. And we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Rod? When you look at the tight end position, guys like Leonard and Benson that have had their experience on the field, you have a couple of younger guys in for deposit for you. What do you see?
Yeah, and I mean, I think the whole group's doing a good job. Dylan's taking a really good leadership role, not just in the tight ends, but the whole offense. There's probably been a consistent guy. It's probably been him so far, first 5 practices. Luke gives us another gear with his speed and obviously his playing experience. He played a lot at Syracuse, and you can't put a premium on that. And the young guys are just keep coming and keep developing. Billy's doing a nice job. He's got a good skill set. And PJ, when he gets healthy, before he tweaked the hammy, he was doing really good. So we got 4 guys right there who I think we can play winning ball in the ACC with.
Kelly? Just curious, I've seen sort of this guy and trying to also find competition guys, especially when you see guys.
They're swimming. There's no doubt about it. I mean, one's to still be in study hall in high school right now. And then Zach obviously just got here. So, they're getting better. They're all over the place right now, which is fine, which is expected. It'll slow down for them, but you got to put them in that heat and let them feel it, and so they can process and be able to apply what they learn from the meeting rooms to the field. And the game will eventually slow down, not just for them, but for all of them. But that's why you do spring practice for these young guys to be able to help you in your 2 deep and build the middle half of your roster up for the fall. And I think our guys are doing it. They're working extremely hard, but that's the standard. That's what we expect. I mean, we're not giving out awards for working hard. That's the bare minimum. It's the execution and physicality I want to see daily that we got to elevate to.
Okay. 2 things. Dylan, if anything, are you hoping to have him back before swinging in the second? PJ, can you over, is that a matter of he's kind of physically on, or is that more weak?
Yeah, I mean, it's just he's a really good player that can kind of get lost. He gives us an element of speed at that position that I've always had, and And he's a tough kid. He's a tough receiver. He's probably one of our better 50-50 ball catchers, and just want to get him on the field more. And I think I can do that with him there. Dylan, he won't be with us in the spring. He'll be ready to roll probably into May and be full speed when we start fall camp.
Right. When you look at some of the guys that are lined up in the slot, those guys seem to have that knack of making a tough catch to go along with their speed. That's something to really look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't have enough weapons, and those two young guys are, to be as slight as they are, strong with the ball and can do things route running wise and are physical. It's just them getting out there and playing constantly. Feeling the heat, feeling the intensity of the tempo, and being able to execute while they're tired, like any other young player, especially a skill player. But I'm very impressed with them, just the way they go about their business and their approach daily to practice.
Time for a couple more for Coach Long Kelly, if you want to say.
Looking at the running back position, obviously, big guys learn each part protections are a little different. He's there. How are those guys coming along?
They're doing good. I mean, it's like all of them. One of them's gonna have a really good day, and then one of them had a great day the day before and was just lost today. And that's just something we just got to eradicate right now. But I think they're getting better in their pass protection. I want them to run more physical than they have been. Just too much just bounce back. But that'll come once they get more and more confident with the scheme. But, they all can run. They all have good ball skills. It's just they got to play. You lost 2 or 3 guys last year that had the majority of the snaps. So it's their time, and they got to step up, and they can't get enough reps, that's for sure.
How different are the protections just in terms of what you're asking to do?
Not much different. I probably a lot more 7-man play action protection is a lot different from probably what they've been used to in the past. But, it's no different. If they ever want to play the next level, they better learn. But if you can't pass pro, you can't play. And that's something from the get-go, and that's all positions. So they understand that, and they're working towards it and getting better. Today was probably one of their better days in pass pro.
Kind of feel our episode.
Yeah, I was watching when you guys were doing 7-on-7 or something where Jeff tucked it in there and probably wasn't through it. Like, how far is he, what's his challenge there in terms of taking those reads?
No, I mean, I want Jeff to challenge the offense. The biggest thing I think he's improved on is his footwork. Get him into a rhythm. Because in the door, your feet is going to tell the story. But we never want him to. If he feels like he can tuck it and roll, let's go. Obviously, we want him to go through his progression. But if 1 and 2 aren't there, you have a great weapon in those legs, and they got to account for it. So I'll never be mad for him tucking it. I'll always coach him up. Hey, if we can sit in there, good protection, and coach him up there. But we never want to talk him out what comes natural to him.